You're having a great day. And what I want to talk about in today's video is why businesses tie you in for 12-month contracts. So before I go any further though, just remember to like, share, follow, and subscribe. And if you find this kind of content useful, then go to our website, book yourself in for your free strategy session with me so we can talk about your business in a bit more detail. So I'll go straight into it. So as your business is growing, you'll realize actually you can't do everything yourself, and you need to get suppliers in and to provide services for your business. The reason for that is it's probably not worth you hiring a member of staff, and it's probably something to do with something you don't have the time to deal with or the skill set to deal with. So when you work with a lot of these suppliers, then what the suppliers will say is, okay, the cost of our service is paid monthly, or the investment in our service is paid monthly, and it's done via direct debit, or it's just charged to your credit or debit card. But then what they also say is, well, the minimum term for this service is 12 months, and the minimum, or it could even be 2 years, 3 years. I've heard 5 years in some cases. So it can get quite extreme. But what I want to talk about is why some suppliers do that and what some of the risks are, but there's also some benefits as well. So really, when you're running a business, if you know you've got a customer for a certain period of time, it helps you plan your business much better. So so this is from the supplier's point of view. If your turnover is up and down, you're never really going to know how many staff to hire. You're not going to know how much materials to buy, and what's going to happen then is you're going to hire staff at like premium rates. You're going to buy materials in a premium rate. So by having the steady, consistent income over a period of time, then what it lets you do is control your business a little bit better. And by controlling your business a bit better, what you're then doing is lowering your costs, and then hopefully it means that your customers, like I say, the people that are watching this video, you're their customers. What they can then do is then transfer those lower costs over to you and lower your price. So what we often find is in a lot of the models where people say, okay, there's a 12-month tie-in, there's also usually an option where you can just pay monthly, but pay a higher amount monthly. And usually the difference in the monthly cost without the tie-in and the monthly cost with the tie-in represents the savings and the certainty and the cost savings of the certainty that you being committed for 12 months actually gives that supplier, and they're passing some of it on to you. What I think one of the challenges though is sometimes it just seems a bit random, because you can quite obviously see from the price point that they're heavily trying to deter you away from the pay monthly model without tie-in, and they're trying to get you to go for the tie-in. So that's quite often it's not always reflective of the cost saving to that supplier. So that's really the main reason people actually try and tie you in. But one of the other things from their benefit, but not for your benefit, is it actually enhances the business value a lot, because having a tie-in and being able to say to a buyer of your business, hey, we've got these customers signed up for the next 12 months or 18 months, that's a huge benefit when you're trying to sell a business. But still, that's not your problem, that's theirs, or that's their benefit. So I've talked about the benefits now. Let's talk about what the drawbacks of a 12-month tie-in are. So quite clearly, one of the drawbacks is, if you're the kind of business that runs projects, or you could say, okay, we're going to try a marketing campaign and it's going to last 6 months, then signing up to a 12-month contract on something, that's not ideal really, because it means your campaign or your project in your business is going to finish, and you're still going to be tied into that project. But the biggest drawback is, in my opinion, is when someone ties you into a 12-month contract, then it actually removes a lot of the responsibility on them to deliver, because the reality is they know they're going to get paid whatever happens. So, and this is what I found in the past with suppliers, like, all you're doing at that point, once you signed up for that 12-month contract, you're just hoping that they will keep to their word and deliver what they say they'll deliver. Obviously, if they don't deliver what they say they'll deliver, you can go down the court route and you can cancel it and get solicitors and litigation involved. But the reality is most people don't bother doing that. But this is a challenge. And I was talking to a company recently. I won't say who it is, but I had one sales meeting with them. They wanted me to sign up to this 12-month contract at the end of the sales meeting, and then what they were saying was, oh yeah, actually, look, if you sign up by the end of the week, I'll be able to get you this £150 discount. And then I went back to them and said, look, we're running a 6-month project here, and I haven't seen enough value that you've delivered in that sales meeting to make me warrant a 12-month contract. So then they came back and said, okay, fine, I managed to get down to 6-month contract. It's just like an extra 50%. Anyway, this company's, they're joking. I don't get how anyone, well, I talked to people who did sign up with them, and I got some bad reviews off them anyway. But the point is, a lot of companies will tie you in because they know that they are over promising in their sales process, and then once they've been through that sales process, then actually you probably end up with a product that wasn't quite what they promised and won't deliver the value that they're actually charging you for. So this is the drawback. So when you do sign up, to summarize this, when you do sign up to a 12-month contract, I know someone who's just getting out of a 5-year phone contract at pretty much 3 times the rate of any other phone company. And just remember, in business, you don't have consumer protections. This is the main thing people don't seem to understand with limited companies. You know, the Financial Conduct Authority, they don't care that you could be sold the worst product in the world and missold it. But if your company's tied in, you know, your only option is either to pay for the contract or close down your company. So what you've really got to remember is whenever you sign into some sort of contract with a particular service provider, you've got to do, if they're trying to get you in for that 12-month contract without any option to do a rolling monthly one, then you've got to then, normally what I do is, if there's an option for a rolling monthly one, we trial it for about 3 months on the rolling monthly one, then we take the cost saving by signing up for a year or longer. But in instances where people are just trying to get you straight into that 12-month contract, you've got to really push back and ask for that breathing room, that you need to make the right decision to go and do the right research about that company, because those kind of businesses tend to sell hard, under deliver. But there are exceptions to that as well. So that's not in all cases, but definitely for your business. Remember, if you found this video useful, just remember to like, share, follow, and subscribe. And also go to our website, naccounting.co.uk, book yourself in for a free strategy session with myself, and then we can talk about what we can prioritize in your business to really start scaling it and achieving that £1 million valuation. So I'll see you at the next video.